So we're live now, Goldie.
All
I
right,
don't know if anybody's
let's
in
hit
here
it.
though.
Let's hit it.
We'll see.
Oh yeah, just got the ping. That was fast.
That was fast today. Yeah, we're live rocking. So it's only showing me though because you're clearly not. You're clearly not got a camera.
No, yeah, no cam on the
You
desktop
gotta order
here.
that, man. You gotta order that.
I know.
You gotta order
I got it.
that.
At least I got an avatar today though.
What do you got? Yeah, but it doesn't show. It doesn't show that on the thing.
It doesn't. I
No,
don't know how
maybe
to.
you have to enable your camera or something.
Oh, maybe I do.
That
Well,
might be the problem because
let's
it
see.
only shows me in the corner, and then I put up the projections. So
Video settings.
what's up, Kevin? Yeah, I ended up getting Goldie to come in with us today. So I would have invited you, Kev, but Goldie ended up volunteering as well. So being he's part of the team, gave him the option. I don't mind doing a subscriber combination. That's kind of cool, but Goldie's here. He's great with projections. He's got his own models. He does a lot. He'll be a great help to the show today.
Yeah, let's hope so. Everybody hear me? Hopefully.
Yeah, I think I should be good. Guys, if you can, drop a like on the channel. What's up, my guys? Favorite defenses on the slate. We're starting with defenses? That's like the last thing I care about,
Yikes!
Yikes,
Yikes!
that's the first question is defenses. I'm
Well,
actually paying up a little bit for defenses. I really like the Browns. I like the Rams. 49ers maybe, but I don't mind. I think Seattle's a sneaky team. I don't really have any of them, but like they have good weapons, and if Geno's playing like he is and running around like he is, like maybe he's good. But like I'm pretty much on the Browns, the Rams, the Bengals are going to be the chalkiest, guys. So like maybe get different from them. I even get some Jacksonville. I really think the Colts are a weak offense. Matt Ryan's older. They don't have any receiving weapons. They have Jonathan Taylor. So it's either Jonathan Taylor today, I think, or nothing. So, maybe the Jaguars can do something. So I kind of got a couple of them, and they're like min on FanDuel at 3K. So I threw them in a couple just to be different. I'm really heavy on the Browns. Defense wins championships. I like that. What's up, guys? Hey, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, if you guys want, share the video. Send it to a buddy. They always need some help on building DFS lineups. I know you don't want them to win, but, it's going to work. We got Goldie here today, guys.
yo.
What's up? Sorry. Yeah, I'll let Goldie talk the slate. Let's let Goldie give a quick overview of the slate, see what he's doing, see what his stacks are. And here's Goldie.
Yeah, what's up, guys? So I'm really not sure where a lot of the field is going to be be honest. I mean, obviously we're going to have like heavy exposures on the Rams, right? Bengals are going to be mega chalk. They're pretty much across the board, I think. Really attacking Dallas. So I'm going to try and come in a bit underweight on the Bengals, even though earlier in the week, as soon as Dak got hurt, it was just like, oh, smash the Bengals, like get by him everywhere, right? But they're just gonna be too popular, as you mentioned. Their defense is coming in at like 20%. I'm seeing on DK, and that is out of control. So yeah, I'm gonna be trying to come in under a good bit on the Bengals, but from the early games, it's kind of meh, I think there's a couple of spots that can pop. I'm kind of with you on that Indy Jacksonville game. I'm a little heavier on the Jacksonville side. I've got some Trev stacks, and very little of JT, obviously, because he's like 12 freaking thousand or whatever. So it's hard to get to, and I got most of my exposure for Indy coming to Paris Campbell with what's his name out. So I'm getting a good bit there, and he's just way too cheap at 37. So I do like points in that game, and that line has come down. It's seen some Jacksonville money throughout the week a little bit. So yeah, it looks like the market kind of agrees with you, Rody, in that the Indy's offense is a little bit weak. So that's really most of my exposure coming from there. But I've got a good bit of the Detroit-Washington game. Rody, we were talking, before we went live here, but it's kind of it's almost a worrisome amount of these guys that I'm getting. I've got a good bit of Goff, but I like Wentz, and so I'm pushing probably 25-30% of that game. I think there's going to be a lot of points there, and I think Goff's going to be chucking, especially if Swift is limited or anything like that. I think they could be trying to rely on the air game a little bit more. And I do like the Commanders in the game. I think Wentz is going to do well for them. Jahan Dotson, he obviously popped last week, but the prices on all three of the pass catchers there, and even Logan Thomas, the tight end, it's pretty strong. 6,600 for McLaurin there is a pretty good play, I think. It's hard for him to really pop a lot of the time, and for like 30, but I think he's a pretty respectable cash play today at 6,600. Price is good, so also getting a good bit of Curtis Samuel as well, but some Commanders defense too, so I'm pretty much playing all sides of that game in the early part, and then really in the late games, we obviously have the chalk Raiders here. I'm gonna try and just get to the field with them. I think I don't want to get too crazy. I don't trust Derek Carr a lot of the time, so it's hard for me to get too crazy with him. But and it's hard to get to at 8,900 Devontae. So I do have a few more pieces elsewhere. I've got some Waller. I've got a good bit of Josh Jacobs as well. So I think spreading out in your Raiders exposure is pretty strong. And that's probably what I'm going to try and be doing. And I like the other side of the game. If the Raiders are going to be scoring, I think Arizona is probably going to be overlooked a little bit. So, outside of Dortch, who's going to be super popular, but I like trying to get to Kyler and even some James Conner in the backfield. I think is okay as well. So, and we talked a little bit like earlier, Rody. I like some Denver a good bit also. I think their defense was so horrific last week. That sort of performance just really isn't going to persist. So I like Denver pretty much all around. I think Houston is terrible, and I think they could really blow the doors off today. So I got a good bit of kind of late game hammer Denver exposure as well. Pretty minimal again on the Bengals. Now that T. Higgins is going to go this week, I was kind of hoping he was going to be out, to be honest. That would have opened up, some Tyler Boyd and sort of.
Oh, I still like Tyler Boyd.
Do you?
He can still get there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and it really kind of scares me coming off Burrow like I have, because these guys, this whole offense is very, very explosive. So if and they didn't play well last week either, so at least in the first half. So it kind of worries me, coming off the Bengals a little bit, but I think their ownership is going to be a little bit too high, and we got a full slate here, so it's going to be very much easier to differentiate in other games. So that's kind of where I'm headed, man. Overall.
Yeah, I didn't change the title of the video. Shit.
Oh, yeah, we could talk some baseball. What do we have? Is that MLB live before live?
What am I doing, man?
Yeah, we can talk some baseball. Yeah, Kevin, I saw that earlier today. I was considering, trying to get some New Orleans exposure, as well with some Taysom, and I kind of wanted to play Jameis and Taysom together, but last week they had Taysom as a tight end or whatever they were doing. So
there we go.
I know you referenced ESPN, but DK can't really get his positional eligibility, squared away either. So it's kind of frustrating down there. So it makes him hard to kind of go to. But I got to a decent bit of Michael Thomas as well. I love Chris Olave in general, but I think we're probably going to have to see a little bit more out of the offense to before we start getting heavy on their deep passing game like that. So, but I mean, Jameis can chuck, but
Yeah, I really like that game. I think Tom Brady double stacks are going to be low owned, and Jameis is going to be low owned. I got a very heavy exposure to Michael Thomas, guys. I think that's a great play today. I do have a Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, like Olave stacks, like laundry double stacks. I even started getting a little fancy on FanDuel. Taysom Hill plays tight end. So like I was even doing like a stack with like Mike Thomas, Taysom Hill, and Jameis, like really weird shit. Like if
yeah,
that game goes off and like there's like 40-40, maybe Taysom Hill gets 2 of those stupid touchdowns in the end, like the red zone type plays where he's even throwing he even throws it in the red zone. So like guys, there's options like that to do just to be really different. But I really like that game. Also, one of the games like Goldie talked about, not having a Murray or whatever. I really think like the Josh Jacobs leverage in that
yeah,
game is like huge. Like so many people are going to own Devontae Adams and Waller and everything, but I think like the Josh Jacobs leverage in that game could take the points down from Carr if Carr's going to be super chalk. Like I'm getting a lot of Jacobs. Also, one of my big like conviction plays today. I'm going to give it out early in the video here. I think Nick Chubb. I think Nick Chubb versus the Jets is going to have a good game. I know there's the split backfield with Kareem Hunt and Chubb, but I'm getting a little bit of Nick Chubb, and I'm really light on the Bengals today, like Mixon and stuff. Um, I really think like these other games are good, and I don't think it's going to be like a high scoring week. So like if the Bengals do struggle, maybe it's a low scoring game or something. Then some of these other games, like like the Rams could blow out the Falcons. Even the Browns Chubb could run for 3 touchdowns. In this game, I do like a little bit of Baker Mayfield, CMC, DJ Moore stack in that Giants game. And then Barkley run back. I don't think that's too chalky. This is just my takes of the day, guys. I like a lot of Najee Harris in the Pittsburgh game. I'm even getting a little Mac Jones right now on like a Jacoby Myers, only 4,400 on some sites. Like that's pretty cheap. Just like 1%, guys. Like one stock and like a 150 build. Not
Oh
crazy.
man, dude, I had to bring my New England exposure down. One of my early crunches, I got like 30% Jacoby Myers. So it's
Really?
yeah, he's like, market kind of high on him today. I honestly wanted some more of the other side, or the other freaking name is escaping me. Devontae
Yeah.
Parker. I wanted some more Devontae Parker, who I couldn't get. But I got a good bit of Jacoby Myers, and kind of worries me because I mean New England's offense, the passing offense, just kind of hard to get to a lot of the time. But I'm kind of with you. That game, I'm trying to stay off of it, just sort of in general. Trubisky just it kind of ain't it, right? And I don't know that like that I don't know, that line seems a little bit fishy to me. With New England laying 3, so I'm a little worried there. So I
Yeah.
tried to kind of come in a little bit under, but
Well, I don't blame you. That's why I'm really only getting like Najee. I don't get any
yeah,
pass catchers for Pittsburgh guys. Like Najee Harris, I do like, but yeah, it does slow the game down a little bit when like like Najee's not getting as much work, or if they get like down by a couple touchdowns or something. But like I was only gonna stack like Mac Jones, Jacoby, and then like run it back with Najee, like a skinny stack or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
I don't mind Hunter Henry cheap as a tight end. Maybe he gets one. I don't think tight end's a strong position today. So I really think like any tight end's really viable. Like I think some of the chalk ones could like score 5, and then like some of these random tight ends. We seen it last week, guys. OJ Howard, all these random tight ends, guys. Like the positions, you don't have to just like, oh my God, Andrews, Pitts, Waller. We got to lock Higbee. We got to lock Ertz in. Like we don't have to do that, guys. You can get exposure to all these guys. Like even Evan Ingram in the Jacksonville stack or something could
Yes,
get a
sir.
touchdown. He was looking good. He was running routes. He's kind of a smaller guy for a tight end, but I mean he's out there getting some balls thrown his way. Like Gesicki could have a game today. Like any of these random tight ends, I do like Logan Thomas at 3,400 on DK. He's only coming in at 4%. Like there's no reason he can't score 2 touchdowns today at 3,400. Even TJ Hawkinson coming back in at 6. He was a little chalkier last week, but like I had him a little bit more in my builds. Not chalky, I would say, but like he was popping a little bit in that game last week, but he's lower today, I think. So like 6%. So we
Yeah,
got any questions?
I'm kind of with you, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so 12 watching now. I changed the title to NFL. Probably people were like, what the hell am I going to an MLB show for on Sunday? Like what the hell? Oh, Kevin loves Fournette. Yes, I love Fournette too. I love Fournette, and I like the Michael Thomas run back in that game.
For sure, I got a good bit of
I'm
Fournette
hoping
as
when I
well.
go into my lineups here in my builder that I could what do we got? What do we got projection on running backs? We got Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, we got Fournette coming in at 17. That's not bad. His ownership here is where the hell did I lost my ownership? What?
Let's see. On
I
Fournette, you
lost my
mean?
ownership here.
Let's see.
Oh, there it is. True DFS ownership. Boom. SaberSim ownership. I can't read today, guys. Sorry about that. I'm gonna tighten these boxes up though.
Yeah, let's see.
So
Yeah, I'm showing 14, like
we do. This
14,
is aggregated
15% on most
ownership
of
we
these
have,
guys.
right? Goldie, we have the
Yeah,
True DFS ownership because it looks aggregated. It looks different than what SaberSim is.
yeah, a little bit. My personal ownerships are a little bit different from that as well, but yeah, they're all going to be mostly in
Yeah,
line with that.
Fournette's coming in a little bit lower on the aggregate. That's good. That's a good thing. We want to see the aggregate ownership a little bit lower. I think that means most of the other sites are less on him, right? It's bringing it down. SaberSim's
Exactly.
kind of high on Leonard Fournette, but other sites look to be a little bit lower on Leonard Fournette. And if you look at Nick Chubb, it's just completely like 4 to 5%. And I understand, like it's like a bad play probably, but like I think I'm getting a little bit of him. And Daryl Henderson is going to be 20 to 25%. If he gets the same 83% workload as he got last week, it's going to be kind of nasty. But like, I don't think that's going to happen. I really think Cam Akers might be coming in slow. They might be working him in. I think it's going to be, might even be split 50-50 today. You just don't know. And I get that his price is so cheap on both sites, 5,762. But like, man, I just want to be lower on him. I think I'm just trying to get less and less of him because I really like these other running backs. I love Josh Jacobs today. I love, Saquon. I'm getting less Mixon, but I love Fournette. I love Swift again, guys. I know Swift got, like, Jamal got a bunch of touchdowns off of him. But, like, Swift looked really good, guys. Like, he's going to be good. I don't think Washington is anything. I think the checkdowns are huge for against Washington with the pressure they're going to give on Goff today with, like, I mean, guys, play Washington a little bit defense-wise because the Lions' offensive line is banged up pretty bad. They got a lot of different guys in today. So, like, like maybe the checkdowns are what I'm playing Swift for. But, like, Washington defense should be good. I don't like Javonte Williams as much. I know there's a couple tags in here for them, but I think the Melvin Gordon split is good. But Javonte did get a bunch of targets last week, guys. So like he's viable in the passing attack, and we really like that Denver game. So mix him in there a little bit. I really like Cortland Sutton today in that game. I know we were talking about that passing game, but I think Cortland Sutton's going to be a good play today. I'm just kind of giving my breakdown of the games I like. Guys, these are the games I'm stacking. I wrote up all these in my article today. So check that out at True as well. You guys can see my playbook for the day. Shows defense, running backs, receivers, stack breakdowns. So if you guys aren't on the team yet, join in. True, you can get all my plays for Sunday slates. Yeah, so we got that going. Chubb or Mixon on FanDuel. I don't mind both of them. I'm getting a lot more Chubb because I'm putting Chubb into my builds. But Mixon might be a little chalky, but it looks like his ownership kind of come down a little bit. 16% in the site aggregate. That's not bad.
Yeah, I think Mixon's a pretty good play over on FanDuel today.
Yeah.
Not sure what's his price over there.
Yeah, I don't know. I got so many screens up right now.
Yeah, it's a little elevated on DK price wise at 72, so I like that. Quite a bit less. I'd rather
He's
get
83 on FanDuel.
Yeah, 83. High. Yeah, it's a little stiff, but there's a good bit of touchdown equity there, and I think they're gonna, if the game script kind of plays out as expected, He should get a lot of work in the second half. So I think it's a pretty decent play overall. Price would really be the only reason I'd come off him. I'm kind of with you though on the Chubb. I tried to get a good bit of him. I really like the Browns today also. But yeah, at 71, it's just with the really really split timeshare there with Kareem Hunt. I mean, it makes it difficult. But I do like the spot for him today. And it really, if you want to play Kareem Hunt, that's definitely workable as well. They use him in the passing game also, and they'll give it to him on the goal line. So he's got plenty of touchdown equity for sure.
Yeah. These double backs, guys, we play a lot in showdowns. So if you're playing a bunch of showdowns, I love the Swift to Jamal. I love the Aaron Jones. I mean, he's on the slate, but how we play Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. Like you might even be able to do that with like Melvin Gordon and Javante. Like Kareem Hunt and Chubb. Like if your guys are doing any of the showdowns today, they do have every game showdowns. Do some double running backs on some of those teams that are playing both running backs. I mean, Chubb had a big game last week with yards, and then Kareem Hunt had all the touchdowns. They both scored enough points to be viable in the game they're in. These games aren't that high scoring today, guys. I don't think we're gonna have the Jets and the Browns. There's gonna be like 40-40. I mean, it could be, but I really think the Browns could get 3-4 touchdowns and run the clock out. With their running backs, like they could all score all the running back touchdowns. So I really think that's viable. I'm getting a lot of Mark Ingram now. I'm wondering what his projection is. What do you got on Mark Ingram, Goldie?
Let's see. Let me check real quick. Yeah, I mean, with Kamara limited all week, he didn't practice all week, right? So
I think he's out, right?
he
Kamara's
may
out.
even be. Yeah, if he's straight out, then let's see.
Kamara ruled out
Ingram.
on Sunday. 2 minutes ago, Kamara got ruled out, guys. Kamara is out, so we're gonna get.
Yeah, you'll see some steam on Ingram's ownership for sure. But really not much. I mean, I was showing both of those guys sub percent, coming into it. So, he'll be 5%, I would guess, in most stuff. You will see probably a bit of a bump in the projection, showing him at about, on DK at about 12 and a half right now. So you probably see that bump up. Yeah, I don't know, 13 and a half, 15, somewhere in that range. But his ownership's not going to follow with that. But yeah, you're right, Kevin. Taysom does get some carries there, so that's really what has kind of taken me off a lot of the heavy exposure that I originally wanted in that game from New Orleans. It's that they're really just going to use a ton of guys here, and Taysom, like you were saying earlier, Rody, he'll chuck it too, and he'll play the gadget back or tight end, or they'll play him in the wildcat or whatever the hell they want to do down there. So it makes it hard to really go to that offense with kind of outsized exposures, I think, at least for me. But I do agree that Ingram's got a good bit of touchdown equity if you're on that game.
Yeah, I am on that game a little bit, for sure. I'm just kind of wondering. One of the questions in the chat was, did everyone forget about Chase? I'm trying to catch up on some of these questions. Spending down at running back with going mid tier. Okay, let me catch up here. I missed this one too. Yeah, I still like Fournette, Eric. Thoughts on spending down at running back with mid tier running back build and playing up at receiver? I don't mind that build. I don't think there's any 4K running backs to go to this week. I don't mind the 6K, 5K guys. Henderson, you got Josh Jacobs, you got some of these Najee, you got some of these real cheap running backs. I don't play Cordell Patterson. I'm sorry.
I do. I got a good bit of him today, and it worries me, man.
I got a little bit of Elliott as well. I mean, he's kind of cheap.
Yeah, for sure. I got a couple Zeke teams. Not much though.
Yeah, I don't.
Honestly,
I don't play much. Yeah.
Yeah, like Zeke, this is the lowest price you've seen him since he's been in the league.
Oh, yeah.
I checked this morning. It's definitely the lowest price, at least on DK. So Something to consider. Like, the offense over there is probably going to struggle with Cooper Rush under center, but Cooper Rush isn't bad. So they may be able to move the football a little bit, and there are worse plays that you can make than buying all-time lows on Zeke over here. So something to keep in mind for sure.
Yeah. You guys should be able to see my screen pretty good, right? Like, is the YouTube working? Someone said, "Why is my screen blurry?" It looks all right to me. Maybe I don't have graphics set, right?
Maybe sort of a definition. Are you streaming in high def? Might be able to change that setting.
Yeah, I'm streaming in high def, full high definition. I think maybe my screen's just big. It looks. I'm watching the YouTube guys. I can see Josh Jacobs. I can see all the SaberSim stuff I got. I can see me on there. Maybe change your audio. Sometimes you got to change your video on YouTube. To like maybe you're like at 360 and you're up to 720 or 1080p. So try that, guys. Also, one other question we had was tight end is not strong at all. Like you said, oh no, that's not a question. Where'd the question go? I'm missing one question. No, Leonard Fournette. We had some mix and love. Oh, Chase. Why aren't people on Chase today? Like, do people just forget about Chase? I do like Chase. I'm not getting a lot of them though. I just upped his exposure on my FanDuel 150.
Yeah, let's see what I got on Jamar Chase. I didn't get a ton of him either. Just a couple of teams, honestly. But again, I'm a little bit lower on the Bengals today, kind of overall. But I mean,
I gotta get rid of these. I don't even like these Indiana receivers. I'm getting way too much. These Colts receivers.
Yeah, I X them all outside of Paris Campbell. So
you're not playing any Doolin?
No, you get out of here. I mean, you still got Matt Ryan, who's like 60, like at quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I'm getting some of these guys. I don't want any of these guys really.
Yeah, you were talking about cheaper running backs. I'll tell you who, I think could really pop. Jeff Wilson today. I know you get this coach speak out here. They're going to go with the hot hand, all that nonsense or whatever. But this is a talented running back, and he is going to start, and he'll get the first crack at it. So, and when he's had those opportunities in the past, he can pop pretty good. So I think he'll be sub 3% owned in pretty much everything. So I think that could be an interesting little cheap pivot if you want to kind of differentiate your builds a little bit. Let's see who else I got.
Yeah, that's a good call there. I like that.
I mean, I'm with you though. I'm getting most of these, the kind of the similar names here. Bunch of Saquon and Darrell Henderson. I mentioned that I'm heavy on Josh Jacobs also. Some Antonio Gibson. I do have a bunch of Javonte. I think this kid is just uber talented, and eventually Denver is just gonna cut Melvin Gordon out of the backfield kind of completely. Javonte's he's just too good. He's just too good.
Yeah, I don't mind that play. I just, like I said, I think I don't know, man. These split running backs, like, is anything can happen?
Yeah, it's tough.
Kind of driving me nuts.
Because they do at least at the moment they do still give him a good bit of work, Melvin Gordon. So it is hard. But I've got right now in my most recent builds about 20% Javonte. But again, I'm really heavy on that Denver game. I like them a lot today.
Maybe I'll put Javonte. What's his ownership percent? Maybe I'll put him in the in my Kyler Murray stack that I'm just working on building right now, because I'm don't have much Kyler Murray, and I'm going to play him in one of the high dollar contests.
I'm showing. Ooh, yeah, I think that's a really good play. I think Kyler is going to be, in those chalk games like that, the other side is really ignored a lot of the time, and Kyler's got just as much upside. probably far more upside, to be honest, than Derek Carr. Let's see, on Javonte, I'm showing him at about 14% right now. And
a little chalky, but
yeah, a little bit. He is, Mark's pretty high on him, it looks like. So, but everybody else in Denver, a little bit on Judy, about 10-12% or so. But I'm with you. I like Cortland Sutton as well. I think those two guys can have a pretty big day. And I've got a good bit of Albert at tight end as well. So, yeah, I think Denver's in a pretty good spot. They were so bad last week that I think they're going to bounce pretty hard.
yeah, for sure. I do like that call. Man, I'm struggling to get it's a build. It's hard to pay up for these guys today without having
Yeah,
one of these cheap guys.
yeah. I was going to ask, like, it's hard to get. If you're just building, you're going to get a ton of Devontae Adams. And that's really going to make it hard to pay up for like a Cooper Kupp as well. So that'll definitely decrease Cooper Kupp's ownership. In my teams, I got like 5 Kupp teams as of right now, and that's even with like a good 10 or 15% Stafford. So it's projection wise, it's just hard to get up to these multiple super expensive guys. And in the backfield, it's even harder. You always have a good bit of running back value. And with like CMC at 8,900, I mean, it's pretty tough to stomach that price too, even though it's CMC. So I'm kind of with you. I found it a little bit difficult to get up to a lot of really expensive stuff.
Yeah.
But it's still early in the season. Like a lot of these prices, you've seen a lot of price volatility in the last week. Like from Saquon, for example, you got a $1,200 price bump. So that's there's a lot of price movement still going on with these guys. And as we get further into the season, it'll be a little easier to project their workloads and all that kind of stuff, and kind of mesh that with price. But I think there's just early in the season, there's just too much cheaper value for guys that are that have kind of unknown roles, or unknown roles, at least to the rest of the market, right? So
Yeah, for sure. I think that was good advice from goalie there, guys. Like, listen up. Like, we're still like searching, for the pricing. Like, it's only week 2. It's our favorite week. Everyone's overreacting to week 1. So there might be chasing guys with not good prices. To be honest with you guys, I think Kupp is priced out too high. I'm trying to bring his exposure down a little bit. I think you really need like 50 points out of that guy to win. I don't know if he's going to be in the winning lineup today. That's my stand. What am I capping CMC at on FanDuel? I don't know. I'm getting a bunch of CMC today. I do like him. I'm getting 90. My last build, I got 99%. Oh, no, that's the wrong build. Never mind. I refreshed. I was like 99% of Devontae Adams. What the hell is going on? I got like 50% of CMC right now. Like, I'm getting more. I'm getting a lot, 20+% of Jacobs. I cap marking him at 20. Only getting 18 of him anyway. I think I might start. We'll see where his projection falls when he gets an upgrade. He is still questionable too. That might be a problem. Godwin, Julio Jones. Shit, Julio's out. This is not good.
wow, is he really?
Yeah, Julio just got ruled out. Godwin, Kyle Rudolph, Keyshawn are all inactive today. That's Russell Gage day, baby. I had some of him already.
Oh boy.
But man, this is gonna jack me up fast, guys. I don't know about you, but
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of that game, but I'm gonna have to probably
I just
go make some adjustments.
I just X Tulio on both sites.
I was actually, at least from that side, I did have a good bit of Mike Evans. I was getting 10%.
Oh, I love Mike Evans today, guys. Leonard Fournette. I actually have combos with like Jameis Winston stack, and then I have Leonard Fournette, Mike Evans run back. Like, if that game goes off, you want to get it all. I think these other games are low scoring today, guys. You just want to get the right game that goes 40-40. Like, just
For sure.
hypothetically, right? So if like you find that gem of a game, you're good. Like if the Washington Detroit game goes, I have like some Terry McLaurin guys with my Swift run back. I got like a Wentz, Terry McLaurin, and Logan Thomas stack with Swift and Amon St. Brown. Like I got 3-2 stack in that game if it goes off. I am doing a lot of my MME builds today, guys, is like single stacks or like one quarterback, 2 receivers, no run backs. Like I got a bunch of Russell Wilson with no run backs, although Brandon Cooks is kind of popping for Houston.
Yep.
I
For
got a
sure.
lot of like even LA. I got like no run backs, but I mean I do have some Drake London and Kyle Pitts. But like a lot of my LA stacks are like Allen Robinson, Higbee, no run backs, Cup, Allen Robinson, no run backs. Same with the Bengals. I do like CeeDee Lamb as a kind of a secret play, and maybe even Dalton Schultz, because guys, when these like quarterbacks that don't play all the time come in, they check it down or throw it down to their main guys, right? They're just gonna feed like when Aaron Rodgers was out 1 week last year and Adams was the go-to guy. I mean, he's the go-to guy for Aaron Rodgers. Everyone got off when Jordan Love was throwing it to Adams, but Jordan Love chucked it to Adams like 17 times.
Yep.
So like this Rush guy's going to chuck it to CeeDee Lamb like 15 times. This is my conviction. Or maybe Schultz is the guy that gets some dump offs down in the middle. Like the guy's got to throw the ball somewhere. I mean, yeah, he sucks, but like he's going to be looking to his main guys to dump it off to.
Yeah, I
So
think
like
Dalton
I
Schultz could
don't
be
mind taking a one-off or like a mix and CD's like running back receiver combo just to be weird, because I don't think people are playing those guys. And he's got CeeDee Lamb's good. He could break one for 70 yards. And there you go, 70-yard touchdown. He's got points. Like, don't forget about these guys because their team sucks. Like, they could break one at any minute. Defenders fall over all the time. So, like,
100%.
If you guys see a low-owned superstar, you should add a little percent to him, is my take. All right, let's check some other questions. Anybody got questions? We're probably going to jet. We got a bunch of news. We're probably not going to go as long. Last time we went an hour for this show. We got a bunch of other good shows on, coming up on other sites that I know people like to watch. A lot of people want to tinker their lineups. We started the show, it used to be 11:30. We bumped it up to 11 so everyone can listen. RCR strategies, and then we have 12 to 1 to finish up all our lineups because, lineups are a mess today because we got some late news coming in here. Still, I just did build a nice FanDuel lineup, guys, with Kyler Murray. I did have to use Mark Ingram, but it's like got Adams and Waller run back, and then you got Kyler Murray and Marquise Brown. Like maybe Murray runs a touchdown in or something. He's a high over car for points, and he does some rushing, and then Waller and Adams, like that game goes nuclear, and something like weird like that, just to be different. So Jaguars defense, gotta love it this week. Traquan Smith won't play for the Saints. We got Shenault is inactive for Carolina today. Was he popping?
He was inactive last week too.
Yeah.
Maybe they're still trying to work him into the offense or something.
Terrace Marshall might pop up a little bit more, but I got like Robbie and DJ Moore a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
I really need to go through and get rid of these shitty receivers.
Let's see. I actually didn't get a lot of Robbie, which is kind of okay with me. I think I'd like a little bit more, but like I only got one team with him right now. But since I do like Carolina in that game a good bit, and they've seen about a 2-point move in their favor as well. So, but Baker, like, he just can't throw the football more than like 30 yards. You know what I mean? Like, he's frustrating, and Robbie, he's traditionally a pretty deep threat. So I do have a good bit of DJ Moore. I'm with you there. I have like 15%. So.
Yeah, I mean, I do like DJ Moore a lot today, guys. I didn't really make a good player pool today. Like I don't know. I'll wait for some updates here, but like I didn't remove a lot of these guys. I normally would remove guys from my player pool that I don't really want. Today I didn't really do that, so I could get a bunch of random guys in my 150 builds. But yeah, Goldie, we got any more questions popping in, or you don't have that up?
No, I got it. It doesn't look like it, man. Yeah, if you guys got anything kind of last minute, throw it in here. But
I don't want to play any of these. The only Carolina or Atlanta receiver I'll play is Drake London.
I got some Pitts. Let's see how much Pitts do I have.
Well, Pitt, yeah, I'm counting him as a tight end, but yeah.
I got about 10% Pitts. I think run backs in that game with Kyle Pitts run backs or Patterson run backs are pretty strong. If you get to like some staff Higbee teams, you can run it back with Patterson, or some staff. Even if you get some Cooper Kupp, I think that's fine. Or if you're running full stacks of the Rams, you can run like a staff Darrell Henderson, Higbee, or kind of whatever. There's some ways you can get different with that, and then run it back with some Pitts or some Cordell Patterson there for sure, because those guys are definitely going to get work.
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about, some of these guys going to get work, guys, right? We talked about this, right? Some of these guys are going to get work, no matter if they're on bad teams or not, right? So I do like Pitts, I do like Drake London a lot. I'm not a Patterson guy. I let him beat me every week, but
Yep.
I understand. I understand that take. So that's just what it is. 24 watching. We only have 9 likes, guys. That means 10 of you, at least, that are in here now. Maybe even 15, 16 of you now that are in here. Extra, hit that like button, please. Helps us out a lot. I'll answer a couple more questions. The Sutton Cup Adams lineup on FanDuel, yeah, you can get that easily. Cup and Adams might be a little bit lower on because of their price. I love Sutton today. Got a lot of him. Yeah, people shouldn't be playing these second and third string running backs a lot. I don't know why. I mean, I don't mind some of them in like MME builds, like Jamal Williams we talked about earlier. We don't have a lot of him, but we could get him in some builds. But like, Kareem Hunt and Chubb share a little bit. But besides that, I mean, I don't really go for the second running backs too often. I think a lot of these running backs are in the star spots today. So like maybe Hines off Jonathan Taylor I've seen in winning lineups before. But
yeah, they'll use him in the passing
Hines
game
is
a little
pass
bit.
catcher. So guys, actually, I might up my exposure to Hines now thinking about it, because he might even flex out. They're real weak at receiver today, right? Goalie, they got all these guys out.
Yeah, everybody but
you think they'll flex out Hines a little bit?
But Perilscat, yeah, I do think it's a pretty decent play, and getting off some of that that price exposure to JT.
Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna add 7%.
I think it's a pretty good play. Today. Yeah, it's fine.
Let's do it. I'm gonna do a final build here as I get some of this news. Dean Jackson, I don't want to play you. I don't know why you're in my player pool.
Yeah. Let's see. We got a question here from Sam. Swift or Chubb?
Both.
For me, yeah. I mean, you can play both of them for sure. It's
I like both of them.
I'm a little lighter on Swift this week. I think they're going to be, the timeshares there in Detroit and in Cleveland are going to be kind of similar. I think a lot of the time. So if I had to choose, I would prefer the passing game in the Detroit Washington game, and then I'd prefer the run game in the Cleveland game against the Jets. I think you can do. I know Sheets talked about this last week with like the correlation plays of running back and defense, and just how rarely they actually work. Cleveland, I think today is one of the spots where you could mix in some interesting running back and defensive plays, because Flacco is a statue. Guy doesn't move at all in the backfield, and if memory serves, he chucked it a boatload last week. And if they're behind again this week, as is probably going to be the case, the Cleveland defense could have a field day. So that said, with Hunt and Nick Chubb there, they could put up a lot of points on the ground there today. So I think you can play. I wouldn't play both of them in the same team, but I think you can play one of them with the defense for sure.
Yeah, I really like that idea, actually. I do have some Chubb in Cleveland defense. As I said, Cleveland was one of my higher defenses that I was on today, guys. So I do really like that call from Goldie. But yeah, I don't ever make a rule for running back defense on any optimizers. I just let it kind of spit out whatever for defense. I did lower my exposure to the Bengals today because I was getting like almost all of it, but I put like Browns defense a little bit. I put some Jacksonville defense in there. I mean, even like the Dolphins pressure like Lamar a bunch. Lamar, you turn it over, So I do like that. You can even play the Washington defense against Detroit. Pittsburgh defense, or I like the Patriots defense against Pitt. a little bit. You know, and the Browns against the Jets. I love these defenses. I even have some Seahawks defense guys against Trey Lance. I'm not. We didn't
Yep.
talk once about Trey Lance, did we?
No, I don't think so. And I'm with you. I've got, as of right now, I've got 15% of the Seahawks is also. I like Seattle in that game. I think that number's too high at 9.5. You got San Francisco laying 9.5. Now I don't think Seattle's nearly as good as they may have appeared against Denver, because basically Denver lost that game, and Geno didn't really go out there and win it necessarily. So. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, I'm with you. Like, Trey Lance is effectively, like, he's still a rookie quarterback. Very inexperienced back there, and he could turn the ball over in a heartbeat. So I'm with you.
Exactly.
I got a good bit of the Seahawks. I think that's kind of another team, like, super contrarian, that you could run, like some Rashad Penny and some Seahawks defense. I think that's reasonable as well.
We got
And
Kenneth Walker back today, right?
oh, is he back? Let's see.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I
I
was waiting
heard.
on him actually.
Yeah. I don't know. It shows he's in,
Okay.
so they might
Well,
give a little
scratch
work
that
to
then.
him.
Yeah,
It
scratch
could be.
that
We
then.
don't know on that situation. So maybe Penny's not a great play, but Walker's in at 5K. He's getting 4% ownership, or not 4%, 0 ownership. But like Penny's only 2%. Neither of them are owned. But like
Yeah,
he's getting a
exactly.
4-point projection, is what I meant, not 4% ownership. So they might throw him in a little bit, give him a shot, see what he does. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I might stay away from that combo, but
Yeah, now that Walker's back, I like that much
yeah.
less.
So Walker's. All right, guys. Well, I don't know if we got any more questions. Bobby's in there. Drop the Discord in there. He's got his picks up, guys. Check out True DFS. Also, we only got one like since I said it. Everyone else, hit the like button. Kevin goes Dolphins money line today as a bet. I don't have any bets in today. I didn't put any in. I got my pools and I got all these other things I got to do, but I might get to some bets, before if I got extra time. But these 150 bills are killing me today, guys, because we got some news coming in. We got, Pittman and Pierce are inactive officially. We got Chenault's out now, which didn't affect me any, but the Julio Jones I was getting a lot of. So he's kind of going to affect me a little bit. Also, appreciate Goldie for stopping in and hanging out with me today so I didn't have to do this show solo. Worked out really awesome. You gave some great advice today. The people love it. Projections are looking great. Things are looking good, guys. So I want to wish everyone good luck today. We're going to probably kill the show here. A good 45 minutes in. We got other shows coming up that you guys want to check out. I'm a big fan of other shows as well. So tune into our show all the time. Good luck, everybody, and let's get it.
Let's get it. Good luck.